Good morning to you, and taking a look at the live look right here outside of 87 George. Sky's looking a little threatening right now. Some rain in the forecast. Wish we could say it was a bright sunny day. There's a look right now live outside of our building. We are talking first aid, and we're joined by First Aid Ottawa's president, Andrew Johnston. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Perfect time for us to remind ourselves of some of the issues, as a lot of the kids are heading back to school, and we're dealing with allergies and certain things that we should look out for in terms of first aid and what we need to be doing. And this is it's a big issue for you.
It is. It is. Most people think of allergies in the terms of a runny nose or itchy eyes. But for some kids and adults even have a more severe form of allergies called anaphylaxis. What actually happens is when they're exposed to the allergen, their airway closes up. And essentially they can suffocate to death. And it's deadly.
Incredibly scary, and must be incredibly scary for a parent, knowing that they're putting their child into a situation, especially in a school environment where they don't have full control or know exactly what's happening with their child, to be able to safely say, I feel comfortable with them in this environment.
Exactly. I've spoken with parents, and for the first 4 or 5 years of the kids' lives, and they can deal with it. They're there when there's emergencies. All of a sudden that day comes where they have to put their kids on the school bus, and all of a sudden they can't manage their kids, and their kids can be exposed to anything when they're at school, and it can be a very, very scary experience.
There's a lot of education for likely the child who understands the repercussions of what should happen. I mean, there have been I'm sure the parents have been on them their entire lives as to what they can and can't do. So for some of them, it's a constant. It's 24 hours a day that they have something with them.
Exactly. You'll notice a lot of kids these days will walk around with a little pouch on them, and they carry that pouch with them all the time. And that's their medication, and that's what's going to, again, save their life if they have to. And what's in that pouch is actually one of these. It's called an EpiPen. This is an older model, and this is a newer model. And they carry this around because this is the one thing that will save their life if they're exposed to that allergen.
They know how to use it. Certain people are instructed on how to use it.
That's correct.
But there are rules and to understand.
Exactly, exactly. This is a medication. And when it comes to it, medication is regulated in Ontario, and this is a drug. The nice thing is these models are so simple that the kids can use it themselves. And so the parents review it. Most kids don't like to do this. I mean, none of us like to get stuck with needles. But the kids know how to inject them. They're self-injecting, all right? It's pre-measured, so the kids can do it in an emergency if they have to. And in the school settings, the nurses go around and actually train the school staff on how to administer these if they have to.
One thing to keep in mind, this is a temporary solution. Still, if you understand that a child is in trouble, 911 has to be made.
Absolutely. Even if this is used, this will work for about 15 minutes, and then that swelling of the throat's going to come back again. And so you absolutely need to call 911 right away and get an ambulance coming. This is a temporary measure only. And
this is also the time, especially for parents, as we're starting to pack our lunches, what is the emphasis of saying when you know there's a student in the class, this is someone's child?
Exactly. Parents are going to get a notice home, all right, from the teacher saying, please avoid certain types of foods. We all think peanuts. Peanuts, peanuts, peanuts. You can go out to the store, you can buy a school-safe food, which is actually just peanut-free. But there's other allergies out there. So when you get that notice, please don't send that food, anything containing that food, with your child. Because it may be an inconvenience to you, but it's life-threatening to a child in that classroom.
Some interesting information right there, and of course you can check out the website firstaidottawa.com for more information and looking up some of the medications and what it is that you guys are doing here in the city. We're going to take a trip over to Jeff Hopper now for a final look at the forecast. Jeff.